So we are doing scattering problems in quantum mechanics. So see, in question number 5, they are asking about the spherical barrier. Okay, they are asking about the spherical barrier, and in this, see what is given first. I will discuss about that only. And for repulsive barrier, we have the repulsive spherical barrier. Okay, spherical barrier, and in that my sigma is what, 4 pi a square 1 upon ka tan hyperbolic ka minus 1 square. Okay, with my k square is what, 2m v naught minus e divided by h cut square, right? Is this okay? Now my next question is, they are asking what will happen when v tends to infinite, when my v naught tends to infinite. Okay, so when this one happen, then my k also tends to infinite. Is this okay? And my what hyperbolic actually, tan h your ka also tends to 1, right? ओके, अब क्या करें? तो जब ये दोनों कंडीशन हो गई, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? हेंस माय 1 अपॉन के ए tan hyperbolic ka, what will happen? It will tends to 0. It will tends to 0, right? So when it tends to 0, what I will say? Therefore my sigma will be 4 pi a square minus 1 to the power whole square. Okay, is this okay? So this implies that my sigma will be what? 4 pi a square. This will only happen when v naught tends to infinite. Now I will compare, they are asking about the comparison with classical result. So B part is comparison with classical result. Now see, in classical result, classical hard sphere actually, classical hard sphere क्या होगा? सिग्मा क्लासिकल इज इक्वल टू पाई ए स्क्वायर and quantum result is equal to your sigma quantum and it equal to 4 pi a square, right? So when I take these two results, I will compare that sigma quantum will be your 4 sigma classical, and this is the low energy hard sphere enhancement. This called your famous low energy hard sphere enhancement. Is that okay? Clear enough? Now see, in question number 6, they are talking about a cube, and his cube is actually scattered by 8 delta functions. Okay, so I will say that 8 delta function, 8 delta function scatters at cube vertices. Okay, this is the actually our question. Now potential is what? Potential in this is what? V of r is nothing but summation I is equal to 1 to 8. Just imagine the situation, you have a cube and from 8 cube there is a potential delta function. Okay, and this delta function is scattered as a corners. So V naught a cube del of r minus ri. Okay, so low, we are talking about low energy and weak scattering. Okay, so what we will use? We will use first born approximation. So I will write using first born approximation. So what is my Born amplitude? F of theta phi. So in this Born amplitude, f of theta and phi is equal to nothing but minus m upon 2 pi h cut square integration of e to the power minus I q dot r. Okay, and v of r, then dr cube. So v of r d cube r. Now I will substitute the potential. Substitute the potential over here. Potential what I will get? F is equal to nothing but minus m v naught a cube, all the constants will come out, 2 pi h cut square. Summation I is equal to 1 to 8 e to the power minus I q dot r. Is this okay? So cube vertices are what? Cube vertices are plus minus a by 2, plus minus a by 2, and plus minus a by 2. Okay, so therefore what I will get? I is e to the power minus I q dot r. Okay, and it becomes 8 times of cos of qxa upon 2, cos of qya upon 2, and cos of qza upon 2. Okay, is this okay? Now hence what I will get? Total. Hence my total f becomes what? It becomes minus 4m v naught a cube divided by pi h cut square, and cos of your qxa upon 2, cos of qya upon 2, and cos of qza upon 2. Okay, now I will calculate one by one about the differential cross section first. So first one is your differential cross section. So what will I have? T sigma by d omega is equal to 16 m square v naught square a6 divided, because everything squares, right? So yesterday only I told you the relationship, that is a square term. So qxa upon 2 cos of square qya upon 2, and cos square qza upon 2. Okay, now for low energy, qa less than 1. So all cosine factors will approach to unity. At this condition, all the cosine factors will reach to unity. So at this, all cosine factors approach unity. Okay, so d sigma by d omega is nothing but 16 m square v naught square a6. See, this question is very easy, but in exam you can only done and without any tension and worries about the result if you practiced it. Until you practice this once, you can't. Okay, now B part they are asking about the total cross section. So total cross section, how can I determine it? See, nothing, it is just using this factor. Okay, so since low energy differential cross section is constant, therefore sigma is equal to 4 pi into 16 m square v naught square a6 divided by pi square h cut 4. So finally what I will get? I will get 16 into this, and 1 pi cancel out. So my answer will be sigma is equal to 64 m square v naught square a6 pi h cut 4. Is this okay? Okay now? Chalo.